Best places to move to in Mexico. Best climates in Mexico. Howdy, I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we're going to visit 5 cities. I could live in each and every one. For each one, I'm going to share with you the population, the elevation, the rental rates for a 1-bedroom, one bathroom apartment, fully furnished in El Centro, right downtown. And I'm going to show you a weather map for the year-round weather for each one. Buckle up and let's go visit the best places in Mexico. Let's start with Zamora. The population of Zamora is about 140,000 people, and the elevation is about 7,500 feet. It was about a 2-hour bus ride from Morelia, probably the same from Ajijic or Guadalajara. I really like the city. Its population is not enough to make it a big city, and it's not real popular with Canadians or Americans. They have many universities there, lots of business. It's a mixture of age groups. It's really my kind of city, and we'll get to the weather and the rental rates here in a second. Very modern, very clean, very safe. Now, I do this for a living. Here I'm sitting in the plaza. So what I do to find a hotel, I go to Google Maps, and they show you all these hotels. I look at the pictures, and I never make reservations. I just show up. So try that method for all of these towns. Each of these towns is worth a 2-night or a 3-night visit. Now, I've lived in Mexico 20 years, so I've lived in all the hot places like Mazatlan or Puerto Vallarta. But you can see here in January, it's going to be a low of 46 with a high of 75. In June, it's going to be a low of 78. A high of 104 maybe, but it's not going to feel hot and humid because there's almost zero humidity, so it's going to feel cool most of the day. Here are the rental prices. Low quality to basic, 9,000 to 11,000 pesos a month. That would be $400 to about $550 a month. In the mid-ranges, you're talking about $600 to $800 a month. And if you want to spend the big money, that's going to cost you about $800 to $1,000 a month. But I bet you could go mid-range or even low quality for sure in El Centro. Now, let me add, leave a comment, tell me what you think. But for each of these descriptions, in the description below, about 5 paragraphs down, there's a link to the entire video for each one. Let's visit Toluca. Toluca, this was about a 2-hour and 50-minute drive from Morelia. It's right outside of Mexico City. If you're in Mexico City, you can take a train from Mexico City. It's about a 45-minute ride from what I hear. The population is about 900,000 people with an elevation of about 8,000 feet. Toluca shocked me. It's super beautiful. They have lots of plazas, and it's very inexpensive and clean and safe. I was shocked. I could live here in a minute. It's really worth a 3 or a 4-night stay. I visited Toluca in August, and it was a high of about 75 degrees. There on the weather map, you can see in January, it's going to dip down to 32 in the nighttime, but in the daytime, it's going to be 64 65 in June, high of 72, low of 43. But I tell you, I would rather throw on a couple of sweaters than to sweat all day with a bunch of mosquitoes and pay $300 a month in electricity bills for air conditioning. The people were very friendly. There was lots to eat, and they had more than 30 universities in this city and a lot of industry and manufacturing. People have employment, and there's a wide diversity of age groups and lots of fun to have. It's a big city. Now, again, these are rentals in El Centro, smack dab in the middle of town. On the low end, you're talking $250 to $400 a month. Mid-range, you're talking $500 to $750 a month. And for luxury, blow your wad, baby, maybe a $900 to $1,100 a month. Woohoo! I would definitely visit Toluca, get to El Centro, and just walk around. They have all kinds of plazas, right? Oh, and then they have a botanical garden. Again, there's a link in the description below. You can see the full video there. Let's visit Celaya, another very surprising town for me. Population about 750,000 people with an elevation around 8,000 feet. All the people you're going to see walking around have on coats and hoodies. I was there in mid-August, and it was very comfortable. Again, lots of places to eat, extremely clean, very safe. And you're in Mexico with a lot of college students. They have more than 30 universities represented in this city. You can see Celaya is due north. It's about a 2-hour and 20-minute bus ride from downtown Morelia. And Premier Plus, my favorite bus line, they leave from Morelia every hour starting at 7 a.m. in the morning. You can go there at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, or even 11 o'clock. Again, we're looking at temperatures I love. You can see in May it's going to be a high of 88 degrees, low of 58, and that's with no humidity. You can see in January or November it's going to go down to 43, but it's always going to be somewhere between 74 degrees and 88 degrees year-round with no humidity. Celaya was beautiful, and the animals were so well behaved. My man is just sitting there. He got on his donation cup, his hat and mustache, only in Celaya, Mexico. Let's visit Salamanca. This place surprised me also. Population about 300,000 people with an altitude of almost 7,000 feet. Extremely clean, lots of universities, and the cost of living is just out of this world. You'd like it, I'm sure. Now here's the map. Salamanca is due north of Morelia. It is exactly like a 1 hour and 40-minute direct trip on Premier Plus, and the scenery is gorgeous all the way. They have many plazas downtown and 3 major cathedrals. And again, lots of university, lots of diverse age groups, and very educated people. I totally enjoyed this surprising trip, and the food was wonderful. And here's the weather. You can see in January it's going to be a high of 75, high of 89 in May, with lows in January at 44 lows in May at 59. So yes, summer or winter, always carry a hoodie. I lived in the Bay Area, San Francisco for 5 years. It's the same story, but no humidity year round. Let's check out the pricing. You can see fully furnished, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, Mexican, 6,000 pesos, that's $300. 8,000 pesos, that's $400. Even once you skip to upper premium, they start at 600 to 800 US dollars. That's good living. We have one more city to visit, but leave a comment and tell us what you think. Also, we go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. That's this Saturday. So click the subscribe button and that little bell, and you'll get a notification. You'll have lots of fun this Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. So let's visit Morelia. This is where I live. I pay about $480 a month for rent. I love it, and I found Morelia by total accident. Population about 1 million people, elevation around 7,000 feet. I'm never leaving. All these fabulous places in Mexico is great. I found this place by accident. I was living in the Chapala, Ajijic area, but you can see Morelia is about a 3.5 hour drive from Guadalajara, about a 5-hour drive from Puerto Vallarta, now that they have the new freeway in. But that whole area, the whole circle around Morelia, is all of these great cities with great climates. And hey, if you like what you're seeing, if you like the information, join, become a member. And then for as little as $3 a month, you can help support the channel so I can make more trips like this, find people to interview, update my computer equipment, and you can join the family. Click that join button, become a member. Now, when I moved to Morelia, I was living in Mazatlan. Yes, that's where I moved from. And I was here in August. It was about 3 years ago. And you can see it's going to be a high of 86, a low of 59. But I was sitting on the plaza in Morelia on August 25th in the sunshine, and I didn't sweat. There was no humidity, and the town is so beautiful downtown. I just said right there, I've got to live here in Morelia, and I moved. Morelia is a world-class city. I live on the edge of town, but if you watch any of my Morelia videos, I show different parts of town. They have all the big box store, all the technologies, scores of universities. It's fabulous. And look at the rentals. Basic budget, $5,000 to $8,000. That would be $250 to $400 a month. Now, I live in a 1-bedroom, 2-bathroom, fully furnished apartment, and I'm paying about $480 a month. That would be 9,000 pesos. If you want to live in El Centro, bump that up to about $700 to $1,000 a month. But I think that would be 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, fully furnished. In Morelia, this is in El Centro on the plaza. For me, it's a wonderful place. The temperature's great. My rent is perfect. Lots of educated people here. And I'm living in a town with 1 million people, very smart people. I love it. To be very honest, I could live in any of the cities I have shared with you today. I loved Each and every one. Living in Mexico is like being at a buffet of all your favorite foods. Wherever you go, you might just eat too much and fall in love. Thank you very much for sharing this time with me today. I hope this was somewhat helpful. We've been doing this for almost 5 years ago. Thanks again. We have many more videos to come. Click that subscribe button. I'm Bill the Geek, and we'll see you in the next video.